Welcome to Shine Movement Space. Today we're using Reformer at Home resistance bands for a quick, total body Pilates-based class. This routine is great for days when you want to feel challenged, refreshed, and refueled. Find yourself a place to anchor your bands and let's get moving and shine together. Hello. Thanks so much for being here. I just want to let you know before we get started, this class is part of a 4-part series that I'm going to link in the description. The first part of the series is already posted and it is more of an abdominal activation and warm-up. So if you'd like to make your session a little bit longer today, go ahead and check that out in the description and do that video first and then come back here. But otherwise, we will, of course, warm up in this video as well so that you're not jumping into anything too extreme. And we'll start today nice and seated with our legs extended. Pin our hands into the straps of our Reformer at Home band. So I just have my hands looped as you would in the straps of the Reformer. And I'm going to scoot myself just a little bit more forward because I want to feel the tension start in those heavy straps when my hands are just in front of my hips. We're starting with a few roll-ups and roll-downs to get our abdominals and spine warmed up. So we're going to inhale here, rolling the shoulders down and back. And on the exhale, we're tipping that pelvis under, drawing those abdominals in and up, and slowly rolling down to the mat. Good. Laying our spine down. We inhale. Exhale, tip your chin to your chest, start to curl up. Let those bands help you, but not pull you, right? So you're resisting. With those bands, we round forward and then we stack our spine. So we exhale, tipping that pelvis under, start to lay that spine down like it's a beautiful pearl necklace. And you're laying down one pearl at a time. You can roll your shoulders at the bottom if that feels good. And then we exhale, tip that chin towards our chest. Think those abdominals draw towards your spine as you roll up. And then we inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, we have just a few more of these, rolling down one vertebrae at a time, rounding through that spine, trying to work through those sticky spots. And scooping up. Very nice. Inhale, stack your spine. Let's do one more full one, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale at the bottom, roll those shoulders. Exhale, tip that chin towards the chest. Resist that urge of the bands to pull you up. And now we're going to stay down on the mat on the next one. Inhale here. Exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time to the mat. Very nice. Bend your feet or your knees, and bring your feet just a little closer to your bum. I want you to make sure that those straps aren't pulling your arms too much. So if it feels like they're really pulling on your shoulders, I know these are the heavy straps that I'm using here today. Make sure then that you scoot yourself just a little bit closer to your anchor. All right, inhale here. We have a nice open chest and neutral spine. We exhale. Feet are nice and straight. We press into our heels and start to lift our pelvis into a shoulder bridge. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. I'm just angling myself a little bit. I know it's not the best angle with the camera, so I'm trying to make sure you can see me a little better, but I want you to make sure that you stay nice and straight and in one diagonal line from the anchor of your bands. We lift and lower. Good. We're not rolling through our spine on this one. Sometimes we do that to warm up, but today we're going directly into that shoulder bridge, lifting the pelvis directly to the ceiling. Good. Exhale, press into those feet and lift and lower. Let's do 2 more like that. And one more. We're doing half of one and we stay up in our bridge on the next one. Hold that bridge. From here, you're going to lift the knee closest to the screen and lower, and the other leg and lower. So you're lifting up into kind of a tabletop position with your knee and leg and alternating. Important that we don't let our hips rock back and forth. We're trying to keep them nice and steady, both hip bones on the same plane. And now you're going to stay with the leg that is closest to the screen up. Extend that foot to the ceiling. You're going to flex it, lower it in line with your other knee, point it, lift it up, flex it, lower it, point it, and lift it. Flex, lower, point. One more. Flex, lower, point, and lift. Even out those hips and give me a little pulse upwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Very nice. Bend that foot, lower all the way down. Take a breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Guess what? We have two sides. So we're going to start finding our bridge. So exhale, find that bridge again. Inhale, lower. Just a few like this. To reset, finding that bridge, lower down, and let's stay up on the next one. Good. Now lift that leg that's furthest away from the screen, and we alternate. Finding just a few marches here. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good. Now let's stay with that leg furthest from the screen up in that tabletop position and extend it to the ceiling. We flex our foot, lower in line with your other knee, point and lift. Flex, lower, point, and lift. Can you hear the shakes in my voice? One more. Flex, lower, point. We lift it. Even out your hips and then pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower with control. Roll your shoulders, take a breath. Whew. Firing up. Very nice. Step your feet just a little bit further in front of you now. Deep inhale here. Feel your rib cage expand. Exhale. Sink into the mat. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Lengthen your neck on the mat. We're going to inhale here. And on the exhale, we tuck chin to chest and start to curl up through our upper body. Just a little half curl. And we lower with control. So exhale. Lift. And lower. Good. Using those bands, start to see if you can lift just a little higher off of those shoulder blades. Keeping your control, of course. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Just a few more like this. Sliding those ribs closer to those hips. You have 2 more. And 1 more. On the next one, we start to roll up higher, finding a boat position. We exhale. Tuck your chin, roll up. You're bringing your legs with you, balancing here. Maybe those straps widen a little to feel the tension. Good. We lower with control. One foot comes down and the other foot comes down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, tip chin to chest. We come up to that boat position. Nice open through the chest, balancing on that tailbone behind the sitting bones, and then lower down. All right, we're staying up on the next one. Inhale here. Exhale. Finding that boat position, balancing here, very nice. From here, we go into some more deep abdominal work. Our knee closest to the screen, my left knee, is gonna come towards my chest. I'm going to roll down to my mid-back, but leave my shoulders and head and neck off the mat. Inhale here. We alternate, finding single leg stretch. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Good. Finding deep activation through those lower abdominals, using the muscles beneath your belly button. Good, we have 4, 3, shaking 2, and 1. Good, bring your knees to the center, lower down, and lower that head and neck. Shake your head no on the mat. Ooh, spicy. Feeling it on this Sunday morning when I'm filming. Inhale, roll your shoulders. Exhale, draw them down. Inhale. We have one more round similar to that. So we're inhaling here. Exhale, tuck chin to chest. Start to curl up. Find that half curl. Let's just do a few to reset. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Whew. Finding that half curl. Thinking abdominals draw towards the spine. We shorten the distance between our ribs and our hips. And last one. Good, let's go ahead and start to find that boat position again. We inhale. Exhale, we curl up to that boat. Very nice. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll it down with control, setting the legs down. Can you tell why we did our roll-ups at the beginning of class now? Good. On the next one, we stay up in that boat. Very nice. Your next exercise here, we're rolling down to the tops of our shoulder blades once more. We extend our legs up and find some scissors. So we lower down, knees pull towards our chest. We extend the legs and scissor. Scissor. Good. If this is too much, you can lay that head on the floor. Little pulses. Exhale, 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 exhale. Very nice. We have 4, 3, scooping abdominals towards the spine, and last one. Good, bend your knees, lower down, take a breath. Oh. All right, we're coming up to that boat one last time here, and staying up. Inhale, exhale, tuck chin to chest. Let those bands help you come up. Lower your feet, find a butterfly position, and take a well-deserved stretch forward. You can reach further up on those bands. And breathe here. Inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. You can grab those bands and kind of shift side to side if that feels good as well. And then we're going to tuck our feet underneath us and come up to a kneeling position. All right. Who knows what the hair is looking like right now? But that doesn't matter. All right, I'm going to put the bands around my wrist for the next portion. All right, let's do this. We come up to a kneeling position here. So if you need a little extra padding, you can always fold your mat over and give yourself a little more cushion for your knees. Okay, I had to do a little camera adjustment because I was cutting myself off of the screen. So that's why you see that little change. All right, let's bring our hands at our side. I want you to make sure that those ribs are closed in the front so you're not arching that spine. Pelvis is nice and neutral. And we want to feel a little bit of tension with the hands at your sides. So just a little bit of tension here, something we can sustain. You're going to inhale here. On the exhale, we act like our back is a flat board and we're hinging backwards, taking those arms with us at our sides and coming up. Good, so we're hinging, keeping that neutral spine, just shifting your shoulders behind your midline, if that makes sense. Like a board, just tipping backwards. You might start to feel that in your quad muscles, the upper thighs. Feeling that little sensation as you go back. We're making sure we don't arch our spine to go back. Rather staying in one long line. Hinging backwards. And coming up on the next one, we stay with our shoulders behind our midline. Good, you're just gonna lower your bum and lift it back up to that straight line. Lower your bum and lift. Good, feeling that stretch and burn across the front of our legs. We need to make sure we keep our shoulders behind our knees, or else you're not gonna feel this quite as much. Very nice, you have 4 more. 3 more. Woo. 2 more. 1 more. Hold it up. Come back up to the center and roll your shoulders. Very nice. Now we're moving in the opposite direction with our upper body. Again, hands are staying right at our side with a little bit of tension, but now neutral spine, we think of hinging the opposite direction. So shoulders go forward, bum goes backwards and up. I'm pressing into those bands to start to fire up the back of my arms. Shoulders stay open so they're not rounded forward and down. Neck long. Hinging forward. Just a few more here. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Guess what? We stay forward. Little pulse back with our arms. Using your breath. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Roll your shoulders. Very nice. Oh, I am feeling the burn this morning. All right, last piece here. We're going to keep those bands around our wrists and find an all-fours position. I want you to try to make sure, try to get my hair out of the way, that your hands are right underneath your shoulders and that you feel just a little tension from those straps, knees under hips, but that they're not pulling so much that they hurt your wrist. All right, so just a little tension. Good, let's find that neutral spine. Hug those abdominals towards the spine. Try to leave that neck long. I might look up at the camera, but you try to just listen if possible. Neck long. We press down through the floor, lifting through our shoulders, lifting our abdominals, And then we send the leg closest to the camera behind us. Good, let's just start to find a little lower and lift with that leg. Trying to keep our body right in the center. We try to keep our hips towards the mat, our hip bones. And lift. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Good, let's do 4 more. 3 more, firing up our core, our shoulders, our hamstrings and glutes. Leave that leg up, little half circle. So think of reaching towards the corners of your mat, lifting up in the middle like an arch. Rainbow, whatever you want to think of here. Using the bum, the back of the leg, to help support the movement, trying to stay in the center. 3 more. 2 more. Good, 1 more. And now bring that leg back to center. Make sure those hips are facing the mat. Last piece here. Reach your opposite arm forward and then exhale, pull it back. Our leg stays still in the back. Pull it back. Feeling those obliques fire on as you pull tension on that strap. 2 more. Lifting as you pull everything in. Last one. Very nice. Leg comes in. Take a little stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Very nice. Let's reset. We have 1 more side and then we are finished, my friends. So pulling shoulders over your wrist, knees under your hips, abdominals engaged, pushing the floor away. We send that opposite leg back. We try to keep hips towards the floor. We lower and exhale, lift. Lower and lift. Trying to keep that pelvis nice and neutral. We're not arching our spine here, so maybe you can lift your leg higher, but that's not the goal. We really want to activate those glutes and hamstrings and find our stability in that neutral position here. Core fired on. Few more. Good. On the next one, we hold that leg up. We find a little arch up and over and down. Finding the corner of your mat. Can you lift it up in the back and over? Good. I want you to try not to shift too much through your hips as you do this. Rather, trying to keep that pelvis nice and stable. Good, you have 3 more. I'm hitting my back wall. I hope you can't hear that too much. 2 more. 1 more. Whew. Good, bring that leg to the center, even yourself out. Everything faces the floor. You reach that opposite arm forward and pull it back. Whew, I am feeling this today. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. 3 more. Exhale, pulling everything in. 2 more. And last one. Hold it in. Bring that back leg in. Take a stretch. Whew. Shake out that neck. And then let's slowly bring our knees just a little bit further in. We're going to take the straps off. Reach your hands up to those straps. Inhale here, exhale. Tuck your chin. You're walking your hands further up. and finding a child's pose here. Inhaling to feel the back of your rib cage. Exhale, let it all go. One more breath here. Inhale, and then on the exhale, slowly start to stack your spine up, letting go of those bands, getting hair out of the way if necessary, like me. Oh, I have somewhere else to be later, and I was trying not to mess up my hair by putting it up, but now I'm just sweating. Oh, that's okay, it feels good. And let's end class as normal with one deep breath in. We inhale, scoop up all that energy you just created. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. You can close your eyes. Feel your heart beating, feel alive. Thank yourself for moving today, for being present for this short time in your body, in your mind. Inhale here. Exhale, send your energy forward into the rest of your day. Roll those shoulders. I thank you so much for being here. It truly means a lot. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate a little like, thumbs up, an encouraging comment, because it just shows me that someone's out there in this internet world benefiting from these workouts I'm doing. So I really would appreciate that. But above all, I hope you feel good in your body. I hope you feel nice and stable. Remember to check the description if you did like this class, maybe save the video, and you'll find all of the classes in this series as they get posted. Above all, my friends, I really hope you have a good rest of your day and that you continue to shine. See you next time. Bye. Sincere thanks to you, my friend, for being an important part of the beginning of this channel. Every view, thumbs up, subscribe, and encouraging comment increases connection and really does help this space to grow. Please consider following if you haven't already. I appreciate your support and I hope you'll join me again.